So out like in West Iowa.
Okay.
I want to see someone close.
Put your mom in the one
Check
looking
some
at you.
If you're lying out together.
Yeah.
She's ready for memory.
Unfortunately, the fever that she had when she had that second.
Oh.
UUCCN, the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Central Nassau. It is good to see you all here today. My name is Sunny Brown. I am on the Board of Trustees. Today's service will be led by our own Reverend Patrons. If you're new here, please know that this is a welcoming congregation, a special community that supports one another on our spiritual journey. We are people worshiping together from many paths who are brave, curious, and compassionate thinkers and doers. We are here to help one another do the difficult work of seeking meaning, acting for justice, living with integrity, and walking with one another in peace and love. We have all seen the disturbing things happening nationally, and particularly in Minneapolis. It is hard to process. We hope that this hour set aside from daily concerns will renew our spirits, strengthen our love for one another, and embolden us to bring reconciliation wherever we find division. It is good to be together.
Good morning. What does it mean to be resilient? To keep going for a cause, to work in making things right. Because justice can be the only answer that speaks to your soul and answers the ache in your heart. We can do hard things. We can stay strong in our faith. We can fight for our future. Because we believe in our purpose, in possibilities, in a world that has promise. We can be brilliant in our resilience. We can join together now in prayer, in love of community, as we begin our service. So join me in reading the words of our chalice line included in your order of service. The light of our flaming chalice is a demonstration of brilliant resilience against the forces of darkness. We who are people of faith light this chalice, knowing that it symbolizes our commitment to values of equity, justice, and love. Be not afraid when challenges arise. We go forth together in faith and community, for one people bound by forces greater than those that oppose us.
Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Gonzalez, and I'm the chair of the Worship Arts Committee here at UUCCN for today's land acknowledgement. We are here on the ancestral lands of the Merrick. We are here on Turtle Island to be caretakers, to gather in a good way, to be one with Earth's children in all of their forms, those of the straight lands, mountains and valleys, those of the rivers, streams and oceans and air, under the protection of Father Sky. Let this land acknowledgement guide us in our return to unity. Let us remember that we are relatives to all beings, those who walk on four legs, those who fly close to Creator, those who swim in the ponds and in the seas and crawl upon Mother Earth. Let us honor all of the metal people, the living green creatures that give us shade and food, the spirit energy in stones, boulders, and earth's crevices, and all of the created world. Let us live in harmony, practice kindness, and share our love for one another. Let love be the foundation for living the values of justice, equity, and interdependence. And now please rise for our opening song, number 155, Circle Round for Freedom.
I'll play through it once, and then we can all sing it. Fix this microphone too.
Love is at the heart of our values.
Promise to live our values every day with love at the center of all things.
Equity is the value of our inclusive community.
We believe in the inherent worthiness of all.
Interdependence teaches us we are all connected.
We will only remain whole when we live as co-inhabitants of the world.
Justice is essential for peace and building a beloved community.
We will work to dismantle racism and other oppressions in ourselves and in our institutions.
Generosity expresses compassion, gratitude, and hope.
We offer our faith, ourselves, and our resources.
Pluralism encourages respect for diverse beliefs.
And allows us to be curious as we learn from one another.
Transformation allows us to adapt to an ever-changing world.
We are evolving and growing. We are never perfect.
It is the tradition here at UUCCN that every Sunday service we light a candle with the intention of world peace. For today's peace candle lighting. Such a simple request, and yet it takes the strength of the whole world to achieve. Peace is not easy, it takes courage. It takes maturity to lean into one's better nature. It takes generosity of spirit to see another way of being and to accept those things one cannot change, but grab hold of what is possible. Peace is possible. Let us make it so.
And now, in the interest of peace for ourselves, for our souls, for all that we may be carrying, let us share our joys and our concerns. And I want to begin by saying that, yes, as Sunny had mentioned in her welcome, so much is happening in our world. And the president of Unitarian Universalist Association, Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, was arrested along with many other faith leaders in Washington, D.C. And we pray for those who are old witnesses, who put themselves out there, who take the risk, because we cannot be silent. We all will find a way to share our voices and our concerns and our activism and do what we can, because together we can achieve much and change what is happening. And I open it up to you. Yes. Anita?
Yesterday, I had a very joyful evening. My daughter had a little gathering for me, my birthday for December. And it was just lovely. And I got a lot of flowers I wanted to share because I don't want them just to sit home. So I thought that was a very nice spring, and fall.
Yes.
So I brought them, and it was just a great, just wonderful. Had some beautiful words said about me there. It was just very special. I wanted to share my joy with you.
Blessings to your birthday and your gathering. Thank you.
My daughter had she had possible cancer, and they ruled it out as of yesterday, so she is cancer-free. We all go through different things in our lives, and it's just a little bit strange when your kids, who are younger than you, are going through these things. You think they'll never happen to them. Unfortunately, that's life. But I'm also so happy to see Kathy Lang here today. Kathy, who did
Nikki, did you drive her here?
What?
Did you drive Kathy here? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I wanted to share a joy and a concern. I mentioned to some people I was coming in, I'm in the process of preparing to move my mom to New York from Illinois to be in a memory care unit here. So she's been in assisted living, but they, she needs to move to a more secure facility, and so I got an agreement to have that be here in New York. So it's a lot of logistics, but I think we'll be better. It's just hard to see it. I had hoped she would stay independent. She had hoped she would stay independent longer. So that's hard right now, and then I guess I do want to share a joy as well, which is that my youngest turned 21 in December, and my oldest is turning 25 in 2 weeks. So the young ones are adults, and the older ones are coming back to be cared for.
This is Cycle July. Well, I'm going to have a birthday party next month. I can't believe it's on my 19 years old. I've been looking through old photographs to display at my birthday party, and it brings back memories, vivid good times, vivid joyful times, vivid tragic times, and I live through all those times thanks to the love and care of family and friends. So that's my joy today.
Thank you. I'm happy to have you. Yes. Lisa?
My mom, could be 92, she had gone through 2 hip surgeries in 1 year. She kept flying through, and about 2 months after the second one, she ended up swallowing pains, celiac, whatever. And it was crazy because she went through the surgery. It was great, So we were trying to fight that pain, and she's had 3 shots and stuff. And she's supposed to get an epidural shot, which she had one before, and it didn't help. And we went to get it, and we had forgotten that the doctor asked some questions. Are there any blood thinners? Yeah, she just went on a blood thinner. The week before, she had an incident where she had going TIA, like a mini stroke. She just mumbled her words for 2 minutes. That's all it was. They were in the hospital for 3 days and whatever. So now she's on blood thinners. She couldn't pain shot. So watching somebody pain, push walker, it's just difficult. So the doctor said, if you get off the painkiller, off the blood thinner for a week and bring it home from the neurologist, you can have the shot. Go back on. The neurologist says, oh, well, look good, but I'd like to see a cardiologist. And of course, these appointments are not the next day. They're spaced out a little longer. So everything has fallen into place now. On Thursday, she's supposed to be getting her shot. So I'm cautiously optimistic that she gets some relief from the pain, and that, at least for a while, because she's good mentally, and I'd like to still be able to do things with her and get her out of the house and all that. So cautiously optimistic.
It's in the prayers for your
Who
mom.
was it who said getting old ain't specific?
Yeah, I am Nikki Grant, and we're going through the 90th birthday, so we just have to look up that my mother-in-law, Lucille Grant, turned 98. And then same day, later that day, my father-in-law, who will be 99 on the 11th, fell and broke his hip. Yes.
You guys know me, you guys know me. I'm a little bit of an anxious person. I'm like a shark. If I stop moving, I'll die. So I found 2 ways of moving this month that made me feel better. One was, I used to work out in my mom's basement. She's been in the rehab. I haven't done that. Why? That's like 3 blocks from me. Join there. Feel better immediately. Like every stone makes that head worse quiet. And then yesterday, my friend of mine is running for state assembly, and there's a special election on Tuesday, which feels illegal because it's cold outside. I mean, Albany continues, so just getting out there with some of my friends and comrades and people I haven't seen in a while or worked with in a while, just felt really good. And if you're thinking about ways to get involved, there's little things. We're having the Long Island Jobs with Justice is going to be meeting here. We need a UUCCN member to be here. Mickey and Adam have volunteered, but if you want to like take an hour or two off from their plate, talk to me, let me know. If you want to write a letter, I know you're going to write a letter to me, but if you're like me and you want to keep moving, just let me know. Or, you know, having fun, join, taking adventures and sweat against it. It's a way to just connect with nature, I guess.
When do you have that? When do you have
They're going to be here on Monday the 9th and Tuesday the 17th of February. So Adam is going to be here on the day. Yeah, Monday, February 9th and Tuesday, February 6th. We may be volunteer for that Tuesday, but if someone wants to come later on, let me know.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Laura Falcon, I'm new here.
Welcome.
About the first weekend of January, I went and got a whole bunch of blood work. And there are blood cancers that run in my family called MPNs. And there's a gazillion of different MPNs. And I tested positive. And so I thought I had blood cancer that killed my mother. And I went to the doctor. I got my blood work done. Turns out I'm just really, really anemic. And I have the gene for it, but I don't have it. So it's kind of like having the BRCA gene, but for blood cancer. And so I'm going to get my anemia treated, and I don't have cancer. And after 2 weeks, I know it is. Because it came back positive. So that's my joy. And it's very hard to share that. Thank you to somebody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What is your name?
Laura.
Welcome, Laura. You're glad to share your concern and your joy with us. Thank you so much. And for all those things that we may be carrying, the load may be heavy, but we are here in community, and we share together. It makes it a bit lighter. We are grateful for that. And so now we will have announcements.
And please join us following the service for Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth is what we call the conversation, fellowship, and sharing of food that follows Sunday service. If you would like to help with future Sweet Tooth, there's a sign-up sheet in the kitchen, or you can speak with Anita Cottington. And in terms of announcements, please join UUCCN members after service today for a special meeting to discuss the future of our beloved congregation. We are reaching an inflection point, a critical juncture in the life of our congregation, and need our members' input and leadership. We hope to see you there. On February 6th, 2026, Reverend Pedro will have office hours at 3 o'clock. Our congregation has been invited on that date to a performance at Shelter Rock in honor of Black History Month. It is a one-woman show, Harriet Tubman herself. Please join us, Reverend Petra, as she plans on attending this event at our congregation. We would like to have a little dinner prior to the show, so you can RSVP to Reverend Petra if you're interested in that. And thank you to Maria Sutton. We are grateful to Maria for her many years of dedicated service to our congregation. As office administrator, Maria's warmth and enthusiasm made an invaluable connection to our community. We wish her all the best for the future. And we want to welcome, Jessica Williams, our new, introducing our new office administrator. Jessica Williams is a graduate of Long Island University and is skilled in technology and graphic design. We also have a Valentine's Day card making party on February 8th after the service in Grant Hall. Please make and the UUCCN Book Club will next meet on Thursday, February 26th at 8 p.m. on Zoom. We will be discussing one day everyone will have always been against this by Omar El Akkad. Check the weekly update for the Zoom link. That's it for the announcements. So we'll go right into our offering and Thanksgiving. It's the time in our service for our offering and Thanksgiving. Thank you for your support of UUCCN. Your pledges, donations, and volunteering sustain our congregation as we are 100% dependent upon our members, friends, and guests. Please give today when the ushers pass the collection plate or use a credit card on the website, uuccn.org. One of our traditions is to share the Sunday plate with another organization whose work aligns with our values and principles. Our Share the Plate recipient for February is support for the island of Haiti and the devastation of Hurricane Melissa last August. We are partnering with St. Michel Parish in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. They are raising funds for food, clothing, and sleeping bags, reaching those impacted by the hurricane. Please give as generously as you can.
It's what we call living the red road at the house, walking the talk. We really want to be happy. We really want to have peace of mind. It's the truth that we must seek. Let's take a moment to have a moment of silence about those words and that wisdom. It is the truth that we must seek. And now, let's go to our annual for 152, follow the drinking board.
Play through it once. the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the train that can go. When the sun comes back and the first whale calls, follow the train that can go. The old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the train that can go. Now the river bank makes a mighty good road. The dead trees will show you the way. Left foot, right foot, traveling on. Follow the train and go. Now the river ends between two hills. Follow the train and go. There's another river on the other side. Follow the train and go. Follow the train can go. Follow the train can go. For the old man is waiting for to carry you to freedom. Follow the train can go.
What does it mean to be resilient? The word is defined to say to recover quickly, to bounce back, to an innate elasticity. I wonder about that. Humans take more time in being resilient. Our ability to withstand various circumstances, to get through them, takes time, varying skills, and faith. Bouncing back is not something people can do easily. I think we can develop ways to grow our muscles and strengthen our resolve. That's much more likely than bouncing back. Life can throw you curveballs. I think we've heard about some this morning in our sharing. And the unexpected can leave us reeling, even when we know that maybe a death is imminent. It can still take your breath away. And we do not bounce back easily or well, which is why self-care is so important. If one is to become resilient, there must be the opportunity for safety amid all the arrows that come your way. Today I'm sharing with you the experience of Merle Evers Williams, the wife of Medgar Evers. She had to learn to be resilient and did so with care, with bravery, and resolve. A car pulled into the driveway just after midnight. It was June 12, 1963. Inside the house in Jackson, Mississippi, Merle Evers waited for the sound of the engine to stop. She heard the car door close. She waited for the front door to open. It never did. A single shot from a high-powered rifle tore through the humid Mississippi air. Merle ran outside. Medgar Evers lay on the concrete. He was bleeding. He was dying steps from the safety of his own home in front of their 3 children. Medgar was 37 years old. He was the NAACP's first field secretary in Mississippi. He had organized voter registration drives. He had fought segregation. He knew the risks. The family had drilled the children on what to do if shooters came. The investigation identified a suspect quickly. His name was Byron De La Beckwith, a white supremacist and fertilizer salesman. His fingerprint was found on the rifle scope. Taxi drivers testified He had asked for directions to the Evers home days before. He made no secret of his hatred for the work Medgar was doing. The case went to court in 1964. Merle sat in the front row. During the trial, Governor Ross Barnett walked into the courtroom. He did not offer condolences to the widow. He walked straight to the defense table. In front of the judge, the jury, and the grieving family, the governor shook hands with the man accused of the murder, slapped him on the shoulder, and sat down beside him. He was sending a clear signal to the jurors, Merle later said. This man was to be acquitted. The all-white, all-male jury deadlocked. A mistrial was declared. A second trial ended the same way. Byron de la Beckwith walked out of the courthouse a free man. He returned home a hero. A sign across Delta Bridge proclaimed, "Welcome home, Delay." This is the moment where most people break. Merle took her 3 children and moved to Claremont, California. She enrolled in Pomona College. She earned her degree. She wrote a book about Medgar. She ran for Congress. She built a career in corporate America. She remarried. But she never called the case closed. She called it unfinished. After some years, people said, "Merle, you're living in the past. Let it go." She later told the New York Times that the fact that no one had been found guilty made it hard to let it go. And then when she returned to Mississippi, she pressed officials. What was being done? Where was Beckwith? Meanwhile, Beckwith grew uncomfortable. He reported to Grant about killing at Clan houses. One he allegedly said, "Killing that," and gave me no more discomfort than our wives do when they give birth to our children. Then in 1989, a journalist named Jerry Mitchell found something buried in the files of a defunct state agency called the Mississippi Sovereignty Commission. Documents showed possible jury tampering and official misconduct with Beckwith's trial. Merle saw the opening. 26 years had passed. She went to the district attorney's office. Prosecutor Bobby DeLaughter, who had been in 3rd grade when Medgar was killed, agreed to look at the files. He had no murder weapon, no witness list, no transcript. Merle had the transcript. The original prosecutor had sent her a copy after the trial. She had kept it in a safe deposit box for 25 years, waiting for this moment. "Just try," she told him. In 1994, Byron de la Beckwith was indicted again. He was 73 years old. He came to court wearing a Confederate flag pin on his lapel. He seemed confused that this was happening. He still believed the old rules applied. The jury box looked different this time. 8 black jurors, 4 white jurors. It looked like the reality of the community. Merle took the stand. She had to relive June 12, 1963. She had told this story before to men who didn't care. Now she told it to a room that was listening. The jury returned guilty. The word hung in the air. Merle Evers Williams did not cheer. She let out a breath she felt she had been holding since 1963.
When it was over, every pore was wide open and the demons left, she said. I was reborn when that jury said guilty. Beckwith was sentenced to life in prison. He died there in 2001. Marilee's story did not end with the verdict. In 1995, she became the first woman to chair the NAACP. And in 2013, she became the first woman and first layperson to deliver the invocation at a presidential inauguration. She had spent 31 years proving that truth has no expiration date, that a system can be forced to correct itself if the pressure never stops. But her victories force us to ask, how many injustices are we ignoring simply because we think enough time has passed? Marilee demonstrated resilience brilliantly. She did not give up. We face so many things today that are devastating, that are frankly exhausting. Remember, she took her children away from the place of harm, and she lived her life. She accomplished many things for herself, going to college, getting a degree, authoring a book about Medgar, running for Congress, getting married, and all the while holding, wanting justice for Medgar Evers. She did not give up. When we find ourselves overwhelmed, let her story help you to know that right can be done, that justice can prevail. The arc of the moral universe is long, and it does bend towards justice. She was brilliant. She was resilient. Her example does give me courage when something new happens that's worse than the last horrible thing. And we've had a lot of that. I feel we are reliving the 1960s in many ways. And we pushed against those times. But no, those in power are using tactics created to disempower us. And I've been thinking about that a lot, so I will share this poem with you. Tactics used to terrorize and make us tremble. Useful to create confusion, followed by control. Because the violence desires us to follow their ways. And we acquiesce our fear. We go home together, avoid conflict and lie. Only the bully would take his cut leave. The drug and drama of watching us squirm is too intoxicating to let go. We'd rather have us as a grip and continue to squeeze. That is what we feel as the narrative twists around us. That has become the normal. Us asked to breath from tear gas. Our minds scramble with gaslighting weaknesses. We were meant to weep and mourn our losses as our rights stripped and covered. My mind will not acquiesce to being bullied. We've seen this manipulation manifest, and we've managed to untangle ourselves from this mischief. And once you recognize that the tactic is being used, you can organize yourself to work around it. It no longer controls you. Bullies will try, but we are never to take bait. Know your purpose. Defend faith. These are tactics, after all, weapons to calm our mind and spirit. They have also been used upon people's bodies to maim and traumatize. This reign of terror has also caused us to open our eyes, open our hearts, and bring our bodies to defend against injustices. Our weapons are resistance, solidarity, and faith. We will persevere with justice on our side. Love and truth prevail.
Hold to these as ornaments going forward. In the light of a new day, our community will rise to break free. We will see the sunrise and a new dawn will break open our souls, our possibilities. We have the power to create. But what has been created in the past that has failed to serve must be made anew. We go forward, not blind ambition, but with fortitude and wisdom. We are ever evolving, always becoming. Let us gather our strength and our communities and bond together in ways that have moved us forward. To understand the history of oppression that these centuries tactics have fostered against vulnerable communities. And we who are black and brown, who have endured discrimination, persecution, know these tactics and our eyes are unclouded. Our vision is clear. Let us combat injustice for the good of all. Let us rise to meet the door knowing that we can live with truth as a guide towards the future. Let us always know that we are one. We are the creation of the immortal good, the great spirit, also known by many other names. May the Lord carry us to this day. May it be so. Ashe. Amen.
So it was 1:50. Woke up this morning. I'll play through it.
She believed. She kept going at it. She did not fail.
Although it took far too long, it came and she saw justice. That is an example for us to hold on to. She believed it would happen, and blessings were given that she was able to see it through. Be resilient, for you are already brilliant. You are whole and beautifully made. Know that. Hold that. That is true. Ashe. And now we extinguish the flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community or the fire of commitment. We carry these in our hearts till we're together again. So forever snap, come on back.
I can't admire the bracing winter skies when I'm gone, and I can't comfort anyone who cries when I'm gone, and I can't be singing louder than lies when